Could I have your autograph, please, Senator?
Sure. This is the check.
Still making friends all over the place, huh, Senator?
Why does everyone want a senator's autograph? Why not his?
Who knows? You may be president someday. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So, where do we stand?
I don't know, in a hole someplace. The kids are going to try to run us out, and then the governor's going to move the guard back in.
Nobody's had enough yet, huh?
Senator Stowe?
You're,
Tony Caffey.
Well, he sent us about to have some dinner, Tony.
Oh, I'll come back.
No, come in. Come on in. You want some coffee?
No, thank you, sir.
You at the college here, Tony?
I, graduated last year.
What do you do now?
I work for my father. He has a paper plant near town. I'm there Mondays through Fridays.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good.
Also, on the weekends, I'm in the Guard. 963rd Unit.
C Squad?
C Squad. I was, sort of in charge.
We're just having a drink here, Tony. Would you like to sit down and join us?
No, thank you, sir. I don't suppose I could talk to you in private, sir.
You mean instead of testifying in public?
I'm sorry. I wish you could.
It's okay. I don't really want to talk about it anyway, you know. If it had been last year, I'd have been on the other side. We have 2 other guys in the squad from the college. One of them still goes here to grad school. Imagine how he feels. I shouldn't be talking about this at all here, huh?
Not really.
I was wondering if I could say something. It doesn't really have anything to do with what happened.
Sure.
There's talk that the kids are going to shake it up again, and the governor's going to order back out the Guard. Is that true?
We've heard the talk. We don't know.
Senator, if they order me back, I'm not coming. I don't care. I'm not coming.
Well, Tony, what I think is nobody knows if that's going to happen. If it does, you'll just have to face it and make a decision. But right now, it doesn't do any good.
Senator, if they order me back, I'm not coming. I don't care what they do to me. I'm not coming.
I have to ask Lieutenant Caffey.
Yours were the men who did the shooting, Lieutenant. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
What was your job?
Well, just to kind of get out there.
And do what?
Well, I wasn't sure exactly.
Why don't you, tell us what happened after you left the Army, Lieutenant?
First off, we heard about this bunch of kids trying to take over the administration building.
Hey, you kids, where's the administration building? In your ear, Jake. All right, settle in. There's not that many there. Oh, yeah? Look over there. Look at those animals. Look at them! Hey, you want to scare them? Hey, we're getting kind of close, Lieutenant, you know? Are we going to do something? Hey, they've got rocks and balls, Lieutenant. You better do something. I know you hold it right there. No way, pig. Pigs off campus. Pigs off campus. Pigs off campus. Pigs off campus. You're going to get shot here in about 2 seconds, Lieutenant. I will not. Pigs off campus. 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 Hear it, how long are we going to take this, Lieutenant? Pigs off campus. I said how long? Pigs off campus. They've got to shoot first. Pigs off campus. 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 Pigs off campus.
May I be excused now, please?
Let's take a break here just for a minute for... How do you see your role in all this, Private?
It's been my job, sir, just the same as everybody else.
And that job was...
Standing up for what I believe in.
And what do you believe in?
America?
How did you stand up for America on the day in question?
Just asking what happened, all right, Ben? You want to tell us about that now, Private? Hey, Lieutenant, they're getting kind of close, you know? Pigs off campus! Pigs off campus! Is it okay to defend ourselves? Pigs off campus! 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 Hey, Lieutenant, they've got rocks and bottles. Is it okay to load up? Pigs off campus! They got rifles up there. Rifles on the roof. Pigs off campus! Pigs off campus! Pigs off campus! Pigs off campus! Now, how long can we take this? Pigs off campus!
All these orders you say you got, Private, to fix bayonets, to load, to fire, Lieutenant Caffey doesn't seem to remember giving them quite the way you remember getting them.
If he gave him at all.
He gave him. I know. I was there. I just followed my orders.
You're positive you heard a shot before you fired?
Yes, sir.
You also said you saw student snipers on the rooftops.
Yes, sir.
Private Wilson, you said you believed in America. What about the students? Do they?
Well, not the same way I do. No, not at all. And they had to learn a lesson.
What lesson did Mr. Winkler and Miss Sloan learn?
Who?
Winkler and Sloan.
Who are they?
The dead students.
I was walking across the campus just now, and I saw all these things. They were playing ball and rapping and making out and going to class as though this whole thing had never happened. I guess people forget. Isn't too late, is it?
No.
You haven't made up your minds? Really?
No. Do you want to sit down?
you at the shooting?
Yes.
Do you see what he did? He called out the damn guard. Look at those pigs. They're putting on bayonets. Girls to the front. Girls to the front. You're too pretty to stand, baby.
Yeah, so are you.
What are you going to do when you get to the chancellor's office? Go for cigars. I'm a brandy man myself.
I know you hold it right there. Or what? It's a bluff, man. They aren't even allowed to use ammunition. Yeah.
You sure?
Well, that's what it says in the Army Directive of the Guard. No way, pig! Pigs off campus! 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 Off campus! Pigs off!
You say there were no student snipers.
I didn't see any. And I didn't hear any.
Of course, that doesn't mean there weren't any.
And no rocks thrown?
The only things I saw thrown were what I just told you. A light bulb, a leaflet, and one bottle.
That fell way short. Yes, but just because you say you didn't see, other witnesses testified that they did see. Snipers, rocks, bottles, plural.
Well, there may have been some, but I don't know about it.
Oh, you concede the possibility?
Yes, sir. It happens all the time. But throwing rocks in bottles, is that a capital offense?
Miss, we are trying to sort out a great many different stories and arrive at some approximation of the truth. Now, I just find it a little difficult to believe that all the details of your story are correct. For instance, this story about the student crunching up a leaflet and throwing it, and the guard thinking it was a rock and reacting by shooting. Well, I just find that hard to accept. That's all. I'm sorry.
Harder to accept than the guard story of the student shooting first?
Well, I don't believe that story about the light bulb exploding either. It's too pat. It's too convenient. Well, maybe a light bulb exploding does sound like a shot. I wouldn't know, but I do know that her story does not hold water.
Miss, you want not to write this down, please. Arthur, we've asked the witnesses not to characterize their testimony. I don't think we should characterize it either.
That's all right. I know where he stands anyway. I just think it's a shame, though.
What's a shame?
I knew all along that even if one or two of you believed me, that it wasn't going to make any difference anyway, because you've already got it all figured out.
No, we don't. Really, we don't.
The students were wrong, the guard was wrong, and all God's children are wrong. That's your verdict.
Don't you think you were wrong at all? You make yourself sound so blameless, as if you were all out on some sort of picnic.
Oh, no, Mr. Beresford. I was there, and it was no picnic.